Okay, YouTubers, this is Joe from ArtAlienTV. Real quick one for you today. This is from Sol 663, I think. Hang on a minute. 663, yes. Very strange object here. On the side of this kind of slope here, there's what looks like a strange carved gorilla type statue head, or it may even be a fossilized head of some sort of creature or alien. Great ape or something very similar. Who knows? I can't really tell with this one. Also, before I rush into this and show you the enhancements I've done, there's another image here of the same thing. It's much darker, and this is what I would call a typical piece of evidence in a set of images. Here's one of the images here at the bottom. Now look how bright and light these are here. The luminosity is fairly typical of what you normally see on Mars, very light and sunny. And then all of a sudden, we have some darker, much darker images here, just a few here. And then it goes light again. Let's go further up the set, nice and bright. Then it goes really dark again, only for probably a few minutes. It starts getting darker here, and then real dark here. I mean, if you try and enhance any of these images, you've got no chance because they're so dark. And then it suddenly goes light again. What is this? Well, as a few people have noticed recently, and there was something I showed in one of my previous videos of clouds on Mars, this could only really be caused by low cloud. To go that dark in the space of a few minutes and then go light again, the only possible thing that could cause that would be low passing clouds. If they were very high wispy clouds right up, cirrus clouds right up in the high in the atmosphere, they wouldn't make much of a shadow because they'd be too thin. This is a low level cloud causing this. They may not be very big clouds, but the cloud that caused this much shadow would have to be quite dense to block out the sun in such a way. And if you look at how dark these images are, I'll just have a quick look at one here. Let's quickly have a look at that one, and let me show you how dark this is. Come on, okay, there we go. There we go. See, look how dark that is. Now, this is actually quite common in a lot of the Curiosity Rover images. If you go through a lot of the sets and just randomly pick any set you like, you will probably come across some like this, which are and you tend to get a whole bunch of them that are really dark, then they sort of go light again afterwards. So, is this more evidence of low cloud on Mars? Water, perhaps? Could be. Just thought I'd throw that in quickly. Right, let's quickly go to the enhanced images I've done of this strange rock, and it may well be a rock. I'll show you it in paint shot first. We'll compare the two images. Look at the difference in luminosity here. Now this isn't really dark, this one on the right here, but it's a lot darker than the one on the left here, which is taken slightly earlier on, only a matter of 20 minutes earlier, or 5 or 10 minutes even. So there's not much time difference between these. But as I just showed you, the luminosity in some of these photographs is very different, and that could only really be caused by low passing cloud passing over Gale Crater and blocking the sun, or partially blocking the sun out for a few minutes and then blowing past. Thought that was interesting. I'll show you I'm going to keep this real short. I'm just going to show you the clip I've taken. I've taken this one from the brighter image here. This is always good. If an image is dark, it takes a lot more to enhance the image and get any detail. I've just clipped this out and enlarged it. Used a bilinear enlargement, which you should always do with these images because it actually cleans them up. If you do a bicubic or smart size or whatever, then it won't clean up the image. If you bilinear enlarge, it gets rid of a lot of the pixelation straight off the bat. So, well worth remembering that if you can. So yeah, here we go. I mean, what stood out about this for me was the fact that the center of gravity on this rock, if it is a rock, is very odd. It looks to me to be some similar to some sort of strange gorilla type skull. Even this could be a fossil. Don't know. It could be a carved rock, and it seems to have eye sockets here. These dark parts here. They look like eye orbits. There seems to be a nose here, and there seems to be some teeth in here as well. Mouth and teeth. Just about make out some teeth there. And a very, very pronounced cheekbone here. Now, this could well be carved. It could just be a rock. But what I'm getting at here really is the fact that it looks top heavy, and it looks like it should fall over. So it must be a large part of it buried, or something that's holding it up and stopping it from falling over. It just seems really odd the way it stood there on this kind of slope. Here's the enhanced version. This will end up on the cover. You can see here I've drawn around it here. I've done my usual stuff. I've drawn around it, selected the object, drawn around it, and brightened it right up, and gone in with a bit of contrast and sharpened it. Not a great image this, because you can see where some of these squares are from where the image was resized by NASA. You can see a lot of these blocky squares in the image, but it's not bad because it's quite large. This thing was over a foot tall. I'm guessing between 1 and 2 feet tall, possibly about 1.5. 16 inches or 14 inches, don't really know exactly. It's not that far away from the rover, so it's not bad detail, but it's not brilliant because they've done their best as usual to ruin most of the information in the image by poorly resizing it and overcompressing it, blah blah blah, as I keep saying. So there you go. That to me looks very much like some kind of strange great ape, like a baboon or a sort of gorilla or something along those lines. Couldn't tell you exactly. I have found others recently on Mars. I'll just quickly show you one of those if you haven't seen it already. Just down here, there he is. Mars giant ape. Now, I'm not saying this is definitely oh, hang on, sorry. Okay, get rid of that. Let's skip the advert. I should have lined this up first, really. Sorry about this. I'll just skip through to it and get the enhancements. There we go. So yes, I mean, it may be related to something like this. This is a different shape, different species by the looks of it. This still has hair on it. Mars giant ape, hairy gorilla skull. I have found quite a few ape skulls up there in recent months. This is one of the best ones. This is the largest. So it could be related to this in some way. Who knows? Let's go back to the raw image. There's the darker one. There's the lighter one. I'll put the links for these underneath as usual in the description. And yeah, is this evidence of passing clouds on Mars? Let's go back to the set here. Look how dark some of these are. Now, only a low passing cloud would actually make it go that dark. A high, wispy, very high altitude cloud wouldn't really make much of a shadow like that. So this is, I'm pretty convinced, evidence of clouds and low clouds, possibly even rain clouds on Mars. Okay, if you're a researcher out there and want evidence for this, you can see this in many sets of images. Sol 50 is a good one for it. There's lots of dark, very dark images in there as well, where it suddenly changes luminosity. So there we go. Thanks for watching, everybody. And I'll just show you that. I'll just quickly run through these enhancements for you just to show what I've done. There's the raw image. There's a selected drawn round and contrast up, and then clarified and brightness up again. And you can see I was getting nice and close. You can see what look like teeth here. Looks like a canine tooth there sticking down, a sharp one. Looks like a nose here, and 2 eye sockets. I've brightened up some of this to bring out some of the detail around the eyes, and I think that's pretty cool. Could be carved, could be a fossil, who knows what it is really. It could just be a rock, but look at the way it's leaning. It seems to me like there must be something underneath it that's holding it in that position to stop it falling over. Okay, there we go. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you soon.